Question 291. How do you evaluate the effectiveness of your teaching methods and make necessary adjustments? Evaluating the effectiveness of my teaching methods involves gathering feedback from various sources. I would use student evaluations, informal surveys, and direct observations to assess engagement and comprehension. Reflecting on my teaching practices through self-assessment helps identify areas for improvement. I also value peer feedback from colleagues who can provide alternative perspectives on my instructional strategies. Based on this data, I would make targeted adjustments, experimenting with different methods or technologies to enhance student learning. Continuous improvement is key to adapting to diverse student needs. Question 292. Describe your experience with integrating interdisciplinary approaches into your teaching. Integrating interdisciplinary approaches enriches the learning experience by connecting concepts across subjects. In my courses, I emphasize real-world issues that require knowledge from multiple disciplines. For instance, a project on sustainable development could incorporate elements of environmental science, economics, and social justice. Collaboration with colleagues from different departments facilitates this integration, allowing us to create cohesive assignments that highlight the interconnectedness of knowledge. Encouraging students to draw connections between their fields of study fosters a holistic understanding and prepares them for complex problem-solving in their future careers. Question 293. What strategies do you employ to ensure accessibility for students with disabilities in your courses? Ensuring accessibility for students with disabilities is a priority. I would begin by collaborating with the Disability Services Office to understand guidelines and available resources. Designing course materials with universal design principles in mind, such as providing text alternatives for visual content and ensuring compatibility with screen readers, enhances accessibility. Offering flexible assessment methods allows students to demonstrate their learning in ways that suit their needs. Communicating openly with students about their specific requirements and fostering an inclusive classroom atmosphere encourages participation and supports diverse learners effectively. Question 294. How do you handle academic dishonesty in your classroom while promoting integrity? Addressing academic dishonesty requires a proactive and transparent approach. I would begin by clearly communicating my expectations regarding academic integrity in the syllabus and during the first class. Establishing a culture of honesty through discussions about the importance of integrity can deter dishonest behavior. If instances of academic dishonesty arise, I would investigate the situation fairly and provide an opportunity for the student to explain. Depending on the severity, I would implement appropriate consequences while also offering resources on academic writing and research skills to prevent future occurrences. Question 295. How would you encourage collaboration among students in a community college setting? Encouraging collaboration among community college students involves creating a supportive environment where teamwork is valued. I would implement group projects that require diverse skills and perspectives, ensuring that each member contributes meaningfully. Establishing clear roles and responsibilities within groups can promote accountability. Incorporating peer feedback sessions allows students to learn from one another and build trust. Additionally, fostering a sense of community through icebreakers and team-building activities can strengthen relationships. Recognizing and celebrating collaborative efforts can further motivate students to engage with one another. Question 296. What role do you believe continuous professional development plays in the success of a community college instructor? Continuous professional development is essential for community college instructors to stay relevant and effective. Engaging in professional growth opportunities, such as workshops, conferences, and online courses, enhances teaching skills and knowledge of current trends. This commitment not only improves instructional practices, but also models lifelong learning for students. Networking with other educators can provide new perspectives and strategies to incorporate into the classroom. Additionally, reflecting on personal teaching experiences and seeking feedback fosters a growth mindset. Ultimately, ongoing development ensures that instructors can meet the evolving needs of their diverse student populations. Question 297. How do you tailor your teaching methods to accommodate diverse learning styles in a community college setting? I implement a variety of teaching strategies to cater to different learning styles: visual aids for visual learners, discussions for auditory learners, and hands-on projects for kinesthetic learners. By assessing students' preferences through surveys and informal assessments, I adapt my lessons accordingly. Collaborative group projects encourage peer-to-peer learning, while online resources provide additional support. I also incorporate technology, such as interactive simulations and video tutorials, to enhance engagement and comprehension. By fostering an inclusive environment, I ensure all students have the opportunity to thrive academically. Question 298. Describe your approach to integrating technology into the classroom effectively. I believe technology should enhance learning, not hinder it. I integrate tools like learning management systems for course materials and assessments, and utilize educational software that aligns with my curriculum. For instance, I use simulations in coding classes to allow students to practice real-world scenarios. I also encourage collaborative tools like Google Workspace for group projects. However, I ensure that technology is accessible to all students, providing alternative methods for those who might struggle. Regular feedback sessions allow me to adjust my tech usage based on student needs, ensuring a seamless integration. Question 299. What methods do you employ to assess student performance and provide constructive feedback? I use a multifaceted assessment approach, incorporating formative and summative evaluations. Formative assessments, such as quizzes and in-class activities, help gauge understanding during the learning process. Summative assessments, like final projects or exams, evaluate overall comprehension. I provide timely, specific feedback that highlights strengths and areas for improvement. Moreover, I incorporate peer reviews and self-assessments, encouraging students to reflect on their work and learn from one another. This not only fosters a growth mindset, but also empowers students to take ownership of their learning journey. Question 300. How do you handle classroom disruptions or conflicts among students? I prioritize creating a respectful classroom environment by establishing clear expectations and guidelines from the first day. When disruptions occur, I address them promptly and calmly. I prefer to handle minor disruptions privately, discussing the issue with the student after class. For conflicts, I facilitate open discussions, allowing each party to express their perspective while promoting active listening. I guide students toward finding common ground and encourage conflict resolution strategies, fostering a sense of community. If issues persist, I may involve academic support services to ensure a positive learning environment for all.